Did your boss just convince you to meet that impossible deadline, or did your colleague, possibly you might not be getting along, actually convinced you to do something you never thought of doing otherwise? Or has your friend or your spouse just convinced you to buy that amazing outfit? Actually, yes. And in both the cases, you might be wondering, did you actually agree to them? Despite of you starting out with the exact opposite mindset, wherein you had decided you will say this and you say that, but you ended up agreeing to their request. Quite common, isn't it? So let me introduce you to Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's not absolutely not a complicated mind control technique if you're thinking it that way. Trust me, it's absolutely not. It's way easy if you're inclined to learn and practice. Neuro-linguistic programming, which is NLP, is a study of observation and has a scientific base. And the good news is it can be easily explained, learned, and practiced, as I had mentioned earlier. In fact, many professionals ranging from salespersons, psychologists, human resources, business analysts, leaders, teachers, coaches, trainers, and even entrepreneurs have used NLP to succeed in their line of work. And not only this, you did be surprised to hear that even the corporates of all sizes are keenly getting into this benefit for their employees and the firm as a whole. I have been conducting corporate trainings and the results people have shown are splendid. It doesn't end here. You can also help others like your family member, your loved one, your office, best friend to reach their life goals in the process. So in today's video, we will explore NLP techniques a bit more in detail. Firstly, we will begin by taking a brief look at the origins of NLP and what it is, its benefits, etc. And from there, we will move on to explaining some simple strategies and techniques by which you can start applying them in real life. So let's understand what is NLP. Communication is one of the most crucial elements in our daily lives and in our career growth. It is equally true for not having this element. We have seen individuals failing to grow in their career and at both personal and professional end by burning bridges and indulge into conflicts and much more. All of this can be handled just like that with the help of NLP. If you're seriously interested in communication, how it influences our lives and others around us, know that almost 93% of our communication is non-verbal cues and expressions, and the words that we use is only 7%. Does this surprise you? I'm sure it does. Like I had mentioned earlier, NLP has a base of science and it aims to understand precisely that. Going back to the history of NLP, which was developed in the 1970s by a group of scientists, most prominent among were John Grinder and Richard Bandler. The techniques uses concepts from neuropsychology, linguistics, that is language, and the behavioral pattern to help understand human behavior. Now, this is interesting by using NLP. You don't just understand human behavior, you can alter and control it too. Now, does that sound spooky to you, to your ears? But don't worry, it isn't actually. It's a study which will only help you grow and move forward. It's a solution-oriented approach, and that's exactly we all want, isn't it? None of us like to be stuck. All we want is like solutions just like that. Now, let's understand how does NLP work. Let's look at an example. Suppose you are a salesperson interacting with a client. Invariably, we all do direct or indirect sales, and you need to judge whether the client is really interested in your product or services. And the common answers that we get is, for example, sure, they're saying that they will think about it, yeah, let me get back to you, or something that way. But you notice their eyes are repeatedly onto the brochure or the manual you have handed to them. Isn't that a sure sign that they're interested in what you have to offer? Possibly, right? The above is an example of NLP-based analysis in the simplest form. How did you understand just by observing that your potential client is interested in what you have to offer? Now, according to the NLP theory, our behaviors and decisions are the byproducts of a neural patterns. And these patterns look for expressions in verbal and non-verbal cues. And patterns that are our very own programs or our everyday habits that drive us. The most exciting aspect of the study is that you can use an understanding of NLP to modify these programs and influence the behavior of others or yourself. Using NLP successfully, you can promote your self-confidence, develop better learning and communication skills, and even achieve high productivity levels at the workplace. Now, what if I say you no more have to shy away from speaking in the meeting or in any public forums? Yes, you heard me right. I've often come across with this as a common challenge people at work or even in personal life facing. There is certain level of uncomfort that one goes through. You no more have to worry, and that sounds interesting, isn't it? Just going and speaking anytime, wherever you want. Let's look at how you too can use NLP in daily life. I'm sure by now you have found this technique truly amazing. Let's move forward then and see how can you too use NLP in your daily life. It can help you influence others according to your thought patterns and get the desired results in business, education, personal relationships, and even more important, you can use NLP to reprogram yourself and replace harmful habits such as smoking, drinking with good ones, a good habit. How can you do this now? Simply to say, to use NLP, you need to have the following qualities. 1. Inclination to learn. 2. Open mind. 3. A keen sense of observation. 4. The ability to understand non-verbal cues in communication. 5. Be able to empathize with another situation, meaning to put yourself in the other person's boots and see things from their point of view. This is actually one of the great leadership qualities one can possess. Once you have got a sense of the other person's standing, you can then use NLP techniques such as rapport building and counter arguments to alter their programming. And not only that, like I had mentioned, you can apply the same technique successfully to yourself as well. Whether you're suffering from a severe lack of motivation, self-confidence, any negative emotion, or simply so-called Monday blues, NLP can help you overcome them just like that. Now let's look at the benefits of NLP. Needless to say, the applications and potential benefits of NLP are limitless. For example, get rid of stress and anxiety in daily life, improve creativity levels, overcome severe phobias, enhance personal relationships and better decision making, building your confidence, boosting employee morale and getting things done, help you improve your leadership, sales, management skills, help you connect to your personal life, help you overcome blocks and help you navigate. When applied the right way, NLP can work wonders for your life and career. So the next time you're looking for that promotion or raise, make sure you master these techniques before getting into that meeting. And no more you will see these meetings as dreadful. So this is Ashwini Dasgupta, your personal development NLP expert, signing off. And yes, if you have found this video useful, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for my new videos. See you soon. Take care.